What's going on, everybody? Kieran O'Brien here with another video, and today we're going to be talking about e-commerce agencies. And so this is a question that I get a lot of the time because I'm kind of an influencer in the social media marketing agency, digital marketing space. And so I get this question all the time where people say, hey Kieran, what's better, e-commerce or SMMA, right? That's like the classic question. I did a video way back in the day with a good buddy of mine, Tanner Plains, called Eecom versus SMMA and which is better, the pros and cons and weighing things like that. And so today's video is interesting because it's a mixture of both. So if you're really interested in starting a business model like social media marketing, where there's recurring monthly revenue from a reliable base of clients, right, that know, like, and trust you, and they buy from you every single month, and you have their credit card on retainer, right? But you also really enjoy e-commerce and you want to be running e-commerce ads and working with the Shopify platform, etc. This is a great way where you can actually do both, right? And Tai Lopez has been talking about this recently, calling it the Ecomm Agency. And he's actually been promoting it alongside my mentor, Joe Soto. And so I figured I would talk about it because I kind of found myself running an e-com agency without even knowing it because it just kind of fell into my lap. So to give you guys a little bit of background, I've been running my social media marketing agency for over 3.5 years now. I've been doing it since 2016. And when I first got started, it was just like everybody else where I was doing marketing for local businesses, right? I've always been focused in the automotive industry, so local businesses for me were auto repair shops and dealerships and collision shops and things like that. But recently, I've been working with a lot of big brands in the e-commerce space. And so today, I'm going to be talking to you guys, number one, about what an e-com agency is, how to do it, how to get started. And then number two, how to go out and actually prospect clients for your e-com agency. So the number one reason why an e-com agency is actually better than a traditional social media marketing agency is because of the trackability of results. It's very, very simple, with Facebook analytics and Google analytics and the Shopify backend platform to really genuinely tell what's working, what's not working, what's driving revenue and what's driving sales and what isn't, right? So at the end of the day, there's 1,000 different analytics tools out there that you can be using to track the results that you're getting for your clients. And it's very, very, very simple. So with that being said, I'm going to jump into a couple different services that you might be offering as an e-commerce agency. So it's pretty much the same services as a standard social media marketing agency, except it's for an e-commerce business. So this can be anything from managing their social media and doing branding and things like that, because e-commerce brands always need stuff like that. They need branding, they need visuals, they need graphics, they need things like that. So if you're a very visual, creative type person, that's something that you can do. If you guys know who Thaddeus is, at Thaddy on Instagram, he's a friend of mine. That's actually kind of what he does. Is he does branding and graphics and things like that for e-com companies. And, on the flip side, there's like the actual advertising data, things like that, where you're actually running the ads, you're running the campaigns, you're scaling them up, et cetera, et cetera. And so something that I offer very frequently is simple retargeting ads. So, abandoned cart ads and getting a little bit of new traffic to the website based on Instagram and Facebook engagement, things like that. And then social media optimization, just optimizing their social media presences for higher conversion rates on their e-commerce store. And then the third thing, obviously, is bringing them new customers, because the retargeting only goes so far because you're working with a limited base of customers. Growing a cold audience for a business is super valuable, because if you're able to go out there and take their marketing budget and spend money in the right places to bring them new customers that haven't heard about their brand before and actually convert them into a customer and make them purchase something, that's a very, very, very valuable asset that a lot of companies are gonna want to pay you for. And so that, at the end of the day, guys, is the really cool thing about the e-com agency, because you're getting paid every single month residually to run a business where you're helping other people grow their businesses. So not only are you actually providing a useful service, but you're literally getting paid to learn how to do e-commerce, which is something that if you did it by yourself with a little tiny no-name brand that you're building from the ground up, that's fun and it does work sometimes, and there's a lot of people who have done it successfully. However, a lot of the times, 9 times out of 10, I'd say, people who are starting in e-commerce don't really know what they're doing, and they end up falling on their face because they have no data to work with. They're just burning through their cash and spending money on ads, and nothing's really optimized. So again, the cool part about working as an e-com agency is that most of the time you're working with pre-existing brands, companies that have data, they have email lists, they have pixel traffic, they have all these things already built up for you, and you're just kind of working off of that to maximize their profits. So now jumping into how to find Ecomm Agency clients. This is really interesting, and I will give you guys a heads up. The 2 strategies that I'm going to give you to find Ecomm Agency clients, I don't really do them myself because I work off of a lot of referrals. And so when we jump into that, just keep that in mind. I do use it a little bit here and there, and it's definitely going to be useful for you. But for me, I like to work mainly off of referrals. And by the way, what you're looking at here is an example of one of my clients' Facebook pixels. So you can see I work with brands that have a very, very, very large e-commerce presence. And I'll tell you, this 3.3 million page view pixel is literally from May. Like, I'm filming this video now on June 23rd. So it's literally just under a month old, and there's 3.3 million page views. And why is this pixel a month old? It's because I've been working with this company for about a month, and before me, they didn't have a Facebook pixel. So all of this traffic that they have is from really, really good SEO that they've had. This company's been around since the early 2000s. So their website has ridiculous SEO. They're absolute SEO beasts. Right? And then they run a lot of Google ads, but they literally have never ran a Facebook ad before. So I came in and I closed them as a client, and now I'm running all of their retargeting and all of their Facebook advertising. And they pay me a very high monthly retainer, and I only work on their account a few hours a week because it's very simple ads that we're running for them, but it's yielding very high results. So that's kind of my next point about this business model, is that in a traditional social media marketing agency, you're spending a lot of time up front doing the posting and doing the ads and running different campaigns every single month, and it becomes a hassle, and you're not really getting paid that much if you kind of break it down, and your cost, paying contractors, your employees, and then small businesses just don't have big budgets. Like this company right here, I know their revenue, they're doing tens of millions of dollars a year in revenue. And so for them to pay me $5,000-$10,000 a month to come in and set up some simple retargeting ads that are going to bring them hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in new business, this is something that's worth the investment for them because they don't have anybody in-house to do it. They don't have time to do it themselves. And for me, I can come in and charge my fee because I know that I'm going to bring so much more value to them than what they're paying me in the first place. So it's literally a win-win-win situation. There's no way you can lose as long as you're going out there and finding brands that already have lots of website traffic, lots of brand awareness, et cetera, et cetera. It's so much easier than marketing for a small local business. And on top of that, working with big businesses that have big budgets is so much less of a headache because you're not working with penny pinchers. These people will stroke you a check and forget about it. And it really is that easy. So anyway, just taking a look here, this is their pixel. I'll show you a couple other brands that I work with here. Here's another brand that I just recently started working with. Again, tons and tons of website traffic. Here's another brand that I work with. As you can see, tons and tons of pixel data. Let's just try one more here. Let me see what we've got. This one maybe. Here's a bit of a smaller brand, so you can see not as much pixel data, but still a really, really solid amount that we can work with. So guys, with that being said, these are the types of businesses that you're looking to go out there and close because, again, they have the data that you want to work with. They usually have a solid brand image, which means that you're not working super hard from day one like you would starting your own e-commerce brand. You're not working super hard on branding or anything like that because it already exists. You're literally just coming in, pressing some buttons, running some ads, and getting them really, really solid results. And so that's the beauty of this business model. Now, moving on. I'm going to show you guys where you can find businesses like this, and it's a lot simpler than you might think. So number one resource here is myip.ms right here. That's the website. And this is just kind of a hosting information database where you can come and see different hosting platforms. So you can come and look at the popular e-commerce hosting platforms. So Shopify obviously is a huge one. Then you've got like Magento, and then there's WooCommerce, and there's all sorts of different hosting platforms. So for example, we can come here and click the IP owner, and we're gonna click on Shopify, we're gonna click search. And so right here, we've got some of the biggest e-commerce brands that are hosted on Shopify. So like we can come here right now, ColourPop, Fashion Nova, Jeffree Star Cosmetics, we've got Gymshark, Kith, there's some other ones that I recognize, Movement Watches, Morphe. So you see, and Bulletproof, that's the coffee company. So you can see all these big brands here. And so obviously these are brands that already have full in-house marketing teams, etc. But if you come down here, like some of these ones towards like the 45 to 50 range might be in the realm, if you're really good at what you're doing, that you can start contacting. So guys, check this out right here, peakdesign.com. Again, this is probably a huge brand. I don't know them personally, but this is a huge brand because it's number 24 on this site. So they probably, again, they have probably an in-house marketing team. So it's probably not a brand that you're going to want to prospect, but we're just going to use them as an example. So peakdesign.com. The first thing we're going to look at is, obviously it's a beautiful website. The first thing we're going to look at is right here. Do they have a Facebook pixel installed? They do. They actually have 3 Facebook pixels installed for some reason. So that's number one. If you come to a site that has a ton of traffic and that you find on the MyIP website, and they don't have a pixel, but you know that they're doing a ton of revenue because they are high up in the rankings and they're very popular, this is something that is a very easy thing to reach out to them about. So you can say, hey, so-and-so, I was on your website and I noticed that you guys don't have a Facebook pixel. You're a big e-commerce brand. A Facebook pixel could really help you optimize for conversions and, really help you catch those abandoned carts and those users that you might otherwise be losing, and there's a lot of money being left on the table. You can say things like that when you reach out to them via email or via phone, whatever. And then another thing you could do is you could literally go on LinkedIn. So check this out. So we can go to linkedin.com and we can go ahead and search Peak Design. All right, let's see what comes up. Peak Design. Oh, boom. Founder and CEO at Peak Design, Peter Daring. So there's a little Chrome extension that I have called Contact Out. So check this out, guys. Peter Daring, CEO at Peak Design. Boom. padaring@gmail.com. If you guys want to email him, be my guest. So download Contact Out. I'm literally on the trial version, but you can come up here and find people's direct contact information on LinkedIn. And so right there, guys, we found the number 24 Shopify site in the world. We went to their site. We found the CEO on LinkedIn and got his personal email address in the matter of 20 seconds. And you can literally, let's say that Peter Daring, that Peak Design did not have a Facebook pixel on their site. You can literally reach out to him directly, peterdaring@gmail.com, and be like, hey, Peter, listen, you don't have a Facebook pixel on your site, blah, 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 and kind of go from there. So that's just a little bit of a hack. And then here's the second resource, guys. This is called Built With. And so right here, check this out. This is what I would recommend to use for this tool. You come up here to Tools, you go to E-commerce Lists, and boom, clothing stores, shoe stores, health stores, baby, kid, beauty, household appliances, bookstores, boutique, electronics, food, literally everything. So let's go to women's fashion stores because that's a big one, obviously. And look at this, guys, 8,700 global women fashion e-commerce websites, and we can literally download an entire list of all of these sites, okay? Download full lead list. All you have to do is come and create an account here on builtwith.com, and it's literally that simple. Builtwith has actually a couple other cool features. There's all sorts of fun stuff that you can do with this website, but this is just the one that I was showing you guys. This is a absolutely massive, awesome resource. So guys, you can literally run very, very simple e-commerce ads just like this. And as you can see, in the last 30 days, we've spent $2,621 for this client, and we've generated almost $80,000 in revenue with a couple very simple retargeting ads and some cold traffic stuff as well. But for the most part, it's just literally simple website retargeting ads, because this client specifically has a ton of SEO and Google ads that are pushing people to the website in the first place, and then we capitalize on it. We use the Facebook and Instagram ads platforms to retarget them, catch the abandoned carts, catch the bounce users, and hopefully pick up some sales and boost their revenue. So again, this is literally, I don't even know what, let's pull up our ROAS here and see what we're working with. This client specifically, we've been working with for about 6 months now, and their ROAS this month has been 30x, okay? And so if you guys want to do stuff like this for clients in the future, then follow some of these tactics and drop a like on this video if this was helpful. And also, if you want to see how I turned $2,600 into $79,594, I'm going to be doing more videos on Facebook ad retargeting, just like my last one. I'm going to make that kind of into a series, like I said. So drop a like on this video if you want to see how I do this over and over again for multiple different clients that pay me hundreds of thousands of dollars to do so, and I would be more than happy to walk you guys through it. Again, if this video was helpful, if you want to see that future video, drop a like on this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.